Okay.
You're fine, ma'am. I'll speak.
Yeah, lo veo acá.
Okay. Check. Everybody good?
Oh, let me just make sure. I think your mic is off. Let me turn it on for you.
Officer Schuler, Coryschuler, Public Information Office, San Antonio Police Department. At 11:30 p.m., 11:30 a.m. this morning, San Antonio received calls from a second caller calling this location at the church. The caller stated that he was requesting entry into the church and demanding prayer. Staff told him at that time that the church was not open. It was decided to try to make arrangements so that he can receive prayer. And the gentleman started to become belligerent while he was talking to her on the phone. He stated that he had a gun, and that if he wasn't allowed to come into the church, that he was going to come over to this location with the gun. I understand that this scene is still very active. Officers are still combing the area. As of this point, we haven't found any suspicion of this caller. Fusion is still working to try to verify who this caller is. It's very important that we note that there was no sighting of an individual with a gun. There was no. This was all via phone, and because of the caliber of the disturbance, it warranted we lock down the school. It warranted that we set up a perimeter, and it warranted that we do everything to make sure that we can protect the kiddos as well as the staff and the church. At this point, nothing has been found that's alarming, and so we just and so that's where we're at. Any other questions, guys?
How many students are on lockdown?
Ma'am, just whoever's at the school. At this point, I don't know the student counts, but understand that no kiddos were injured or hurt. The lockdown is a simply precautionary.
There was a subject that was detained over here on this corner. Was he related to this incident at all?
No, sir. We've detained and stopped a few people in the area just to make sure that we're dotting the I's and crossing the T's. At this point, we have no suspects, and so we're going to continue to rely on our intel and our fusion unit to see if we can narrow down who was making that phone call.
Is this the first time this school has had an issue like this, or is this a recurring problem?
And ma'am, I don't have the history of the incident at this location. To my knowledge, it is the first, but ma'am, I could have. I don't have those facts.
So the threat came directly to the church, not the school.
Yes, ma'am. The staff that was affiliated with the church received the phone call, and so they were the ones that delegated and talked to this gentleman.
What would you say to parents that are watching you right now that are at home that have kids around the area?
Understanding that this is protocol. I mean, to lock down the school, to make sure that your kiddos are safe is going to be our very utmost priority. And that's why we call out all the officers. That's why we request a helicopter unit, understanding that this location is safe, as well as all the other schools in San Antonio.
Can you be specific on the perimeter that is blocked off right now around the area with units?
Well, it's going to be the immediate threat perimeter, ma'am, as well as 1 or 2 blocks in either direction.
Did the caller ever say if they were at the church at the time they were calling?
It's not believed that the caller was ever on the church perimeter.
You said intel. That means you're maybe looking to trace the call?
Ma'am, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that we vet the caller, ma'am, at this point. All right. Yes, ma'am. One more.
Oh, for parents wanting to pick up. I mean, school's almost out in a few hours. What are they supposed to do?
So all the parameters have been lifted. The school is opening. It won't be on lockdown when the parents come to pick their children up. I would suggest if they have any questions to contact the school staff, and they can arrange. They can make sure that they're all on the same page when it comes to picking up the kiddos. But like I said, understanding that there was no active threat at the school. This was all precautionary because of a phone call. And it's better safe than that's going to be our highest priority.
You said the precautionary methods are going on, are still active. How long do you think they're going to be?
Ma'am, as you can see, that the officers are starting to vacate the area little by little, ma'am. As soon as they finish up and make sure that there's no other information that they need, they'll be out of here, ma'am. So thank you so much, guys.